Hi, it's Marianne of MW's Designs. Recently I have been making heart cutout lattice creations, and one that I made I used in my bullet journal for my February page, and you can see behind the lattice here I have some blue paper behind here at the moment. I may not leave it as blue. I haven't attached it yet, but I'm just going to see, I'm just going to think about it and decide what color I want behind it. For the lattice, I just used some raffia ribbon. It's about 1/4 inch wide, so you can use different widths. I bought this at the dollar store, so it's not very expensive to make. And I'll show you another one that I've been making. These are little decorations that have a ribbon attached to the top, so you could hang it in a window, or if you have a little tree decoration you could hang it. And then I have a smaller one. This was actually cut out of the center of it, so it makes really good use of the materials. So I will show you how I do this. I have a cutout cardboard heart with the center cut out as well. I just used a scrap piece of cardboard. I painted a watercolor pattern on 140-pound weight watercolor paper, and it's nice for making these decorations to have a little bit of weight to the paper. On the back side, I trace around my heart. I like to set it on the edge so that I get as much of my paper used as possible. Trace around the outside and also on the inside, and I'll just do a couple of them here. And then cut them out. The border on the edge of the heart is a little bit wide because that helps when I'm attaching my ribbon lattice. I have some room to work with. It doesn't have to be so exact that way. Okay. And then to cut out the middle, I have a cutting blade, and I keep it in a toothbrush holder. It keeps it safe so that I know where it is, and also I'm not going to cut myself on it as easily. And I also keep extra blades in there so that I know where they are. So to cut this out, I just go around my pencil line, and if you don't like using these cutting blades, you could just use a small pair of scissors and just poke a hole in the center, and then you can get your scissor point in there and you'll be able to get inside to cut out the heart. It does wreck the inside heart though, so if you want to be able to use the inside heart as well, you pretty much need to use a cutting blade. I don't know if a Cricut would work for cutting this. I don't own a Cricut, so I'm not sure, but perhaps someone knows about that, and if you do, then you can use it if that works. But this does work quite well. The curved parts are the most difficult to get through, and especially because this is a little heavier watercolor paper. It's a little bit harder to go through than just a regular piece of paper. And if you didn't want to make your own pattern paper, of course you could use anything that you can purchase. And it just kind of punches out. Sometimes there's a spot that needs a little more. Okay, and when I get to this point, if I feel I don't want to use the blade anymore, then you can get in there with a small pair of scissors and just finish cutting the rest. Also, if you have any spots that are a bit rough, you can tidy them up with a pair of scissors. But this does work quite well. Okay, we're almost there. And you can see I've got a little rough edge, so I'm just going to tidy that up. Okay, and maybe a spot here that could have been cut a little neater. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. And there I have my heart. And to make one of these, we need 2 of them. So I cut the ribbon and sandwich it, glue it and sandwich it between the 2 pieces. And before I finish gluing, put the ribbon for hanging. So I'll show you. I have some ribbon already cut, but I am going to show you how I actually do it. For this one, I used a narrower ribbon. I used about 1/8 of an inch wide, or 3 millimeters. And you could do it horizontally, and then to make the lattice vertically. But I actually like the angle a bit better. I just like the way that looks a little better. So I just measure out where I want to put it and then cut it a little bit longer than where the cutout is. So there. I use 6 pieces across. So some of them are a little bit shorter and some are a little bit longer. And I just keep going all the way across. And then when I get 6 this way, then I will go in the other direction and cut out 6 pieces. So to do this, I have my glue, and I'm just using white school glue. I pour it out on a little piece of cardboard, and I have my pointy toothpick that I use to apply it. And to get hold of the ribbon, sometimes a pair of pointy tweezers works really well, because I do find it difficult to pick up with my fingers. So I'm going to put that ribbon out of the way and my glue handy. So I'm just going to start gluing my shortest piece here. And I'm just using just a measurement by eye to decide where to put it. And you don't want to put very much glue on, because you basically just need it to stay put until you sandwich the 2 heart edges together and glue them. Okay, that's about right. And then my next one. And if you like, you could even put the glue on the heart. That might be easier. next piece. Okay, I think I'll just put the glue down all at one time. You can find ways to speed the process up. Okay, let's see if this one is long enough. Okay, that looks good. And then the two longer ones, I don't think it matters which is which on this part. It's about the same length. And I didn't bring myself a little cloth to wipe my fingers, but I'm being fairly careful so I'm not getting too sticky. But if you want to have a cloth handy, that's probably a good idea too. Okay, so now I'm going to do my weaving. And I will do my short one first. I go under and over, and then I'm going to want my tweezers. Okay. Under, over, and under. And then you just need to catch this one and decide where you are going to position it. About like that, I think. And then I just lift up the end a bit and get a touch of glue. Stick it down. So the pointy toothpick has lots of uses. Just get it sticking up a bit. Okay. And the nice thing about the white glue too, you could do it with hot glue, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't like to try it, but you could. But the nice thing about the white glue is that it doesn't firm up right away, so you have a little bit of time to adjust things. So that one went under and over. This one is going to go over and under. And again, I'm going to use my tweezers, and then that one will go over that piece. Okay, about there, and then the glue, push that in a little bit. And turn it however makes it easier for you to work with. I like to turn it right around so that my right hand can do what it needs to do. Okay, then the next longest one, and this one is going to go under here, over, under, and over. Okay, about like that. Okay, about there, I think. And then, let's see, this is my next longest piece. So that one's going to go over, under, over, under, over, and under. So once you get practiced a little bit, this gets easier. I think the ones I've made even have helped me get a little bit better at it. Okay, this one's going to go under, over, under, and if you get tired of watching this little bit tedious process, you could hit the button to speed this part of the video up. That's a little long, but it's not going to stick out, so I'm just going to leave it. And if you had a piece that was too long, you could cut it out. You could cut it off and shorten it so that it would fit better. And then my one last piece is going to be over, under, and over, and will it go under this one? I don't know. It doesn't matter because it's not going to show. So I'll just push that through. I'm not sure, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe it does have to go under if I can get it to go under. Sometimes you have a really tedious one that makes it a little difficult. Okay, lift that up and see if I can grab it. Ah, there. I got it. Okay, and then glue that down. And that's my last one. Adjust it where it needs to go. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, that's quite nice. Then I need a length of my ribbon, and you, depending on what you want to hang it on, you might want to make it a different length. I just kind of eyeball it and make a length that I think will look pleasing when it is hung. And then, okay, and if you want to check and make sure that your ribbon isn't folded over on itself, that's always a good plan. Oh, and I do still need my glue, so I'll bring that back here. And I just put a little bit down, stick one end of the ribbon in, and then a little bit more glue on top of that, and make sure my ribbon is facing the right way. Then that one. Then I'm going to put glue all around the inside edge of the heart. You want to have enough so that it holds well, but doesn't seep out the edges too much. And if you put a fairly good application of it, kind of in the middle, it'll, when you push the two pieces together, it'll squish and go towards the edge, so you should have a pretty good contact, and it will stick quite securely. Okay, so that's enough glue. Then this can get attached, and just line up to make sure that you don't have any pieces from the bottom heart showing very much on where the lattice is. Okay, now I'm going to get that out of the way. So just need to press and get it attached well. And there you go. There is your heart. One last thing you may need to do is just trim any uneven edges. And this one. Okay, and I think there might be just a few spots along the curve, so you can tidy it up. And you have a nice little heart decoration to hang somewhere in your house, or maybe you want to give it to somebody as a gift. And I didn't show you this, but when I cut out that heart, you have this left, and then that's what I used to make this other one. I had two of these, and then oh, there's the other one. Yep. So same idea. Cut your length of ribbon, sandwich it between the two pieces, and this heart, of course, without the lattice is much easier to make. So that is my project for today. I hope you find it interesting and fun, and maybe you will decide to try it yourself. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would ask you to please hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it so that you can be notified of any future videos of mine. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and give me a comment below. I would really like to hear your thoughts on this project, and if you have any questions, you can let me know, and I will try and answer it in a future video or a reply below if I can. I'm also going to be making a birthday card with a lattice, and the reason I'm doing that is because I have a friend whose birthday is just after Valentine's Day, so I thought that would be a good choice for a birthday card. But you could also make these for Valentine's cards. So lots of fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.